I think the product presentation of the car is very, very important. I think the customer is going to have to drive the car in the product presentation. I think the car is going to have to be demonstrated properly by the individual salespeople. I think they're going to have to be knowledgeable about the different components on this car compared to prior years. I think you're going to have to know what the customer is requesting and how to answer his or her questions, okay, on the car, because I think the customer is going to come in much more knowledgeable about our probe and the competitive lines that it will obviously affect. So thus we will have to be more knowledgeable about what we're selling.
It's really cool. It's
sleek,
elegant, hot, sporty.
sleek is it.
It looks rich.
Be out of this world. It's sort of got some lines like the Porsche.
Hey, check out the new probe. It is awesome, man.
The 1993 Probe. It's exciting, it's stylish, it's fun to drive. It's Ford's newest entry in the highly visible, hotly contested small specialty car market segment. During the next few minutes, we'll highlight the important information you need to sell this electrifying new car. Briefly, we'll talk about marketing, who the buyers are, what the competition is, and why the 1993 Probe is so important. We'll fill you in on what's new about the 1993 Probe. Then a full 6-position Probe presentation and Probe GT incremental feature, function, benefit presentation. Next, several delivery tips to help ensure high customer satisfaction. Finally, we'll summarize with the 5 key reasons to buy Probe. Probe is a leading-edge car with revolutionary styling. It's designed to feature high-quality, superior performance and handling. It offers segment-leading safety features like a standard driver-side airbag supplemental restraint system and an optional anti-lock braking system. It features an outstanding interior package. It's positioned with 2 series offerings to go head-to-head with the high-volume imports like Toyota Celica, Nissan 240SX, and the Diamond Star entries like Plymouth Laser, Eagle Talon, and Mitsubishi Eclipse. Probe will also face off with a domestic competitor, Saturn Sport Coupe. Many people will come to a Ford dealership for the first time because of the new Probe's exciting sporty image. We expect you'll see more import intenders than ever before. You'll see young people on their way up. They'll be very style conscious and technologically aware. Probe GT customers will be more affluent than those shopping for Probe. About 55% of Probe buyers are expected to be women, as are 40% of Probe GT buyers. Many customers will know a lot about Probe because they'll be well educated. They'll be doing their homework, reading magazines and shopping the competition. But remember, these are only generalizations. There's no substitute for thoroughly consulting with your customers. You may be surprised at who's interested in the new Probe.
Well, I might decide to get one in the very close future. I would probably get the GT, be out of this world.
What's new on the 1993 Probe? Here's a quick look. As you see, everything is new. Now, usually we'd spend only a couple minutes and list what's new. But what's new on Probe deserves much more attention. So we're going to quickly highlight some of the exciting new changes now for the 1993 Probe, and then you'll see the rest covered in detail during the product presentation. There are 2 Probe series this year, the Probe and Probe GT. The exterior design changes are very apparent. But here are some facts. Compared to its predecessor, the hood line, lowered by almost 3 inches, blends into a larger, steeper windshield designed for excellent visibility for a more aerodynamic, sportier look. The new Probe's wheelbase is longer by almost 4 inches. The cab-forward design, the sculpted body side panels, the new front fascia all combine to give it the latest styling in a highly style-conscious market segment. And its stance is wider in front and back by just about 2 inches for a smoother, more stable ride. But that's only where it begins. Inside, there's a new driver-oriented instrument panel that blends right into the door panels. The one-piece seats with integral head restraints are newly designed to help hold the driver securely and comfortably in place. The material design is also new. Probe has 4 available interior trim color choices, more than any major competitor. If you like what you've seen so far, you're going to love this, because under the hood and under the skin is where Probe really shines. With an all-new 2.0-liter double overhead cam 16-valve 4-cylinder engine with multiple-port electronic fuel injection. The Probe GT engine? Now here's a power plant. Your performance-oriented customers will really appreciate this 2.5-liter all-aluminum double overhead cam 24-valve V6 engine. But performance is more than just a gutsy engine. So Probe's 4-wheel independent suspension has been modified for improved handling and steering. There are also new options that will surprise and delight your customers. Things that they might only expect on more exotic cars. Things like an anti-theft system, a new power outside opening sunroof, and a state-of-the-art audio system with integrated CD player, premium sound with subwoofer, electronic AM/FM radio, and graphic equalizer. Now, here's a complete 6-position presentation on the Probe Focus model. Probe with Preferred Equipment Package 253.
It looks fast when you look from the front because of the gradual slant.
Looks wider and lower to the ground, and that kind of emphasizes the sporty look to the car.
It would look like it'd be fun to drive.
It allows you to have fun and feel comfortable with it at the same time.
The Probe seems to be all brand new. It really does.
Up front, point out Probe's large, steeply raked windshield. That contributes to excellent visibility and sleek aerodynamic appearance. Show customers how it blends into a low hood line with concealed halogen headlamps that continue the sleek aerodynamic appearance.
When you look at it, there is an expectation of performance, and the car delivers.
Finally, Probe offers a wide 59.8-inch tread, or stance, that adds to its solid good looks and also helps keep Probe controlled when turning.
I like to be able to pull out in traffic without worrying about my car not having enough oomph, or when you're getting on the expressway and merging, you can get out there fast.
Handling's important. I think it has a lot to do with the fun-to-drive quotient in the cars, so to me it's very important.
Tell your customers about the battery saver feature that's part of PEP 253. It turns off interior lights when they're accidentally left on, helping to eliminate battery drain. Probe's new 2-liter double overhead cam, 16-valve, 4-cylinder engine is designed to provide excellent EPA highway figures when mated with the 5-speed manual transaxle with overdrive. This figure is better than the estimated figures of all major competitors. Probe customers will appreciate the engine's high-tech features, so point out that the double overhead cam design contributes to engine efficiency at higher engine speeds. A shorter route from the energy source to the pistons means less friction, less energy loss. The multiple 16-valve design helps engine breathing. More air aids fuel combustion for a cleaner, more efficient burn.
There's more low-end torque you can take right off. I think that would be especially useful for someone if they're pulling out of, say, a mall or a supermarket, where the first shift is to get them going from a stop out into the line of traffic.
Tell your customers that this engine, with a displacement slightly smaller than its predecessor's 2.2-liter engine, generates more horsepower. The standard 5-speed overdrive transaxle provides smooth shifting. The 5th gear, or overdrive feature, helps reduce engine wear and helps reduce engine noise at highway speeds. Of course, a 4-speed electronic automatic overdrive transmission is also available. Standard power rack and pinion steering helps reduce steering effort for precise handling and a feeling of being in control.
I think the suspension is important, so I would just say power, suspension, and interior comfort.
It has to be somewhat supple, but I want it to handle.
When you take your customers for that important demonstration drive, point out how the 4-wheel independent suspension contributes to Probe's outstanding ride and handling. How each wheel steps over bumps and road imperfections with minimal effect on the opposite wheel. At the front, Probe features McPherson struts that combine springs and shock absorbers into one compact unit. The rear Quadralink suspension helps provide improved cornering performance and control. Probe's standard power front disc brakes are more resistant to fade and help provide sure stopping power. More of the car's weight is up front, under the engine, and that's where disc brakes do the most good.
I thought the braking was super. If you suddenly needed more braking power, it was right there, and you knew that you would be able to stop as soon as you wanted to stop.
Standard on Probe are 14-inch black sidewall all-season tires for traction year-round. The 14-inch unidirectional wheel covers add to Probe's stylish good looks. The unidirectional design helps to vent the brakes. Finish off on the passenger side by mentioning that the illuminated entry system is part of PEP 253. Lift the door handle and the dome light goes on. A nice security feature.
I like the amount of glass in the car and the amount of visibility you have with it.
What does that say to you?
It's very open. It has a very open feel to it.
Excellent visibility. The pillars are very slim and the rear quarter windows are rather large, so there are no really great large blind spots around the car. You can turn your head around and see things to either side behind the car.
At the rear, gas struts make Probe's hatch easy to open. Preferred Equipment Package 253 also includes a rear window defroster that helps melt ice and snow as well as clear mist for improved rearward vision. And point out how the large rear glass area helps visibility, something else that only a demonstration drive can really drive home.
I think it looks very streamlined. I think it looks very sporty, sleek, streamlined, and it looks to be very aerodynamic.
It's a nice looking car, and it's got nice sleek lines to it, and just a nice sharp overall package. I like the looks of it.
Point out Probe's long, sleek lines. Available color-keyed body side moldings help prevent minor dings and dents. The remote keyless entry system lets the driver lock or unlock the doors without a key from up to 33 feet away for added security. Point out the door handles that help contribute to Probe's sleek aerodynamic exterior. Standard tinted glass helps reduce glare, helps improve visibility. It also helps keep the interior cool and comfortable. Dual electric remote control mirrors provide convenient fingertip adjustment.
I would want a nice stereo system.
I really like the way that the shifter is designed. Driver's side airbag, I think that's important.
Point out the standard driver's side airbag supplemental restraint system that provides added protection in frontal and near frontal collisions. A key safety feature that neither the Diamond Star cars like Plymouth Laser nor Nissan 240SX offer at any price. Remind your customers that when used with a manual safety belt, the airbag represents one of the most advanced occupant protection systems available today. The tilt steering column lets drivers adjust to the angle that's most comfortable for them. A door liftgate ajar light alerts drivers to an open door or liftgate. When you're sitting with your customer in the probe, point out the excellent ergonomic styling that puts all the gauges in easy sight and all the switches within easy reach. Probe offers warning lights for security and convenience, like the low fuel light and the low washer fluid light. Power door locks provide extra convenience and safety. Manual air conditioning provides a cool interior. Dual illuminated visor mirrors provide extra convenience, as does the glove box light in a new glove box, 3 times larger than its predecessor. Another convenience, the fade to off dome lamp with map lights. For extra convenience and security, Probe offers the remote fuel filler door and liftgate release. Probe offers convenient power windows with the express down feature that lets the driver lower both front windows at the touch of a switch. For highway driving convenience, speed control. The electronic AM/FM cassette radio provides drift-free reception and a host of cassette radio features that customers prefer. Premium sound provides high-level audio quality. Variable adjustable interval wipers provide speeds for all kinds of climatic conditions, another Probe safety feature. Probe's headlamps on reminder chime? Well, it reminds drivers that the headlamps are still on. Helps prevent accidental battery drainage. For extra convenience, Probe's front seats feature memory seat back. It returns the seat to its previously set position. Finally, Probe features a 50-50 fold-down rear seat. Fold one seat down and a passenger can sit in the other. Even more seating versatility.
I think you've got a car with the technology, the refinement of the best imports, but yet it keeps a bit of its own unique American flavor.
It allows you to have fun and feel comfortable with it at the same time.
I really enjoyed, most of all, the baseline stick shift with a small engine with the larger 15-inch tires. It seemed to be a really sweet package.
Well, that was Probe Inside and Out. As you can see, it offers a host of standard equipment and value in its Preferred Equipment Package 253.
It'd have to have ABS brakes.
It looks more like a true performance car.
I think it's a given that the airbag and anti-lock brakes are the safety features of this decade and into the next.
Now, let's see what Probe GT with PEP 263 adds for the performance-oriented driver, who also wants comfort and convenience. The Probe GT. It begins its statement right up front. Just in case you missed it, here's a recap. The aggressive front fascia, the integrated fog lamps that help cut through fog and mist, flow together to say this is a car that promises performance. Under the hood, Probe GT delivers on the promise of performance with an enthusiastic 2.5-liter double overhead cam 24-valve V6 engine that delivers smooth horsepower and torque in a way that a four-cylinder only dreams about. No major competitor offers a V6 engine. Probe GT's got one.
There's no torque steer. If you get on the power in low gear and you're going around the turn, the wheel isn't wrenching back and forth in your hands trying to do something else.
The drivetrain is an improvement over the last car. Chassis dynamics are an improvement over the last car.
The engine delivers performance. The GT suspension with larger stabilizer bars helps the GT corner flat and stable. Stiffer springs help control the ride, deliver true sports car handling.
The car's a bit more sophisticated in the way it handles. It's a bit more aggressive than other cars in its class.
There's an intense communication between the road, the driver, the chassis. Everything's working together.
The GT knows how to perform, but it knows how to stop just as well. The GT's anti-lock braking system in PEP 263 helps the driver maintain steering control in hard braking situations, helps prevent braking-induced wheel lockup on most road surfaces. Power four-wheel disc brakes resist fade for sure stops.
The best kind of accident is the one that never happens. And if you have a car that is capable of avoiding potentially hazardous situations like the Probe being the vehicle that it is, particularly the GT, by its design and configuration, it is inherently safer because of what it does for the driver.
The 5-spoke aluminum wheels underline Probe's performance statement. Large, sticky 16-inch performance tires, larger than any major competitors, help the Probe stop better and accelerate quicker. At the rear, Probe GT's unique rear bumper is handsome and continues its performance image. In the back, Probe GT's equipped with a convenient cargo net for stowing small parcels while the driver is negotiating turns. And to help clear rear vision, PEP 263 features a rear wiper washer so drivers can see the competition that they've left behind. The lower body side cladding, it helps emphasize the GT's long, low lines. It's also extra protection against road abrasion and stone chips. Dual electric remote control mirrors? The GT with PEP 263 has them. But this car is so hot, even the mirrors are heated for melting ice and snow, clearing mist. Another competitive edge. The GT seats, they perform by helping to hold the driver securely in place. With driver seat power lumbar support and side bolsters, they help underscore the cockpit feeling. The feeling of driver and machine becoming one.
The seats with the adjustable lumbar support and bolster were very good and very supportive.
This armrest? It's also a console, a convenient place to stow small items. There's also a cup holder. Tell customers this convenient console lets them use the armrest and cup holder at the same time. The GT provides a seatback stowage compartment for maps and other things. Steering wheel and gear shift knob, leather wrapped for a positive grip. You've just seen a thorough Probe 6-position presentation and the Probe GT incremental presentation. But there's another part of the presentation you should consider your 7th position.
I would demand a test drive. I wouldn't wait for them to ask. I'd go in right away asking for a test drive. And if they, I can't imagine that they wouldn't take me on a test drive. If they didn't, I'd go to a different dealer.
Now, to help ensure highly satisfied customers, you have to make sure you offer a thorough delivery. These delivery tips will help you satisfy your customers. Satisfied customers will send you more customers and return themselves. The cargo net is convenient for stowing small objects in the hatch, but make sure you show your customers how to attach the net, like this, to the 4 anchors. The Express Down feature may be new to your customers. Some might think the window is sticking unless you show them that pressing the switch once lowers the window all the way. Point out that gently tapping the up arrow stops the window's downward motion. It's a simple thing, but it could make the difference between a satisfied and a dissatisfied customer. Finally, an important safety feature you can demonstrate quickly for your customers. On probes equipped with power locks, point out the 2-way power lock feature that allows drivers to open or lock both side doors from one side. Show your customers that turning the key counterclockwise to the left to the first position opens the door in which they've put the key. Turning the key to the second position in the same direction opens the door on the opposite side. Point out that turning the key in the opposite direction to the right locks both side doors. As you've seen, Probe offers a lot of features, a lot of reasons to buy. But these 5 key reasons provide you and your customers with an easy-to-remember summary of Probe's key features and attributes. Discuss these key reasons to buy with every prospect during your Probe product presentation. Probe offers 2 distinct models with all-new powertrains, interior trims, and exterior fascia themes. Probe offers a sporty exterior that blends with the ergonomic interior for a total driver-oriented vehicle. Probe features a state-of-the-art 2.0-liter double overhead cam 16-valve 4-cylinder engine. Probe GT has a 2.5-liter all-aluminum double overhead cam 24-valve V6 engine, the only V6 of its major competition. Both engines deliver efficient, responsive performance. Probe and GT offer the standard driver's side airbag supplemental restraint system and optional anti-lock braking system. Probe is designed to feature high-quality, high-technology steering, braking, and suspension systems at an affordable price. Now you've seen the Probe and Probe GT. We've told you about the customers and the competition. We've given you some delivery tips to help ensure customer satisfaction. And we've shared the 5 key reasons to buy Probe with you. So take the time to read your Probe Consultant's Guide, read your Sourcebook section, the Probe Owner's Manual, and the Electronic Audio Systems Manual. You'll be well on your way to becoming a successful Probe salesperson.
The most important piece of equipment in an automobile is the driver. And when the car accentuates the basic driving capabilities of the driver, I'd say that they have accomplished what they set out to do. When you look at it, the car delivers.